Alright, Schlockmeister fans, I honestly know nothing about this movie, but I do know people seem to like it, and the Blu-ray is kind of sought after. It's called Possession, 1981. Let's check it out.
When will you know?
Mark and Anna, he's just come home.
I don't know.
Do you want me to spend the night somewhere else? In a hotel or
She
something?
wants to get a divorce.
Do you want us to meet?
Be afraid.
No.
Why must speak honestly?
Difficult.
Is it difficult?
Mark, played by Sam Neill, he finds a postcard to his wife from a guy named Heinrich. Could that be why she wants a divorce?
You know, a magic wave of the wand. You arrived sooner than expected.
Yeah, sure, this is all my fault now. How long has this been going on?
Quite long.
Who is he?
So they argue.
No one is good or bad, but if you want, I am that one. If I knew he existed in this world, I would have never had Bob with you. This is not always like this, Mark. Usually I'm on time.
I'm not interested. I came to tell you that I can't live without you, and I'm ready to understand whatever there is, but it doesn't look like it makes much sense.
He returns home one day and she's gone.
He phoned me. He said you won't be coming back now. I have to talk to her right now.
My son is not in town.
He calls Heinrichs.
And this husband.
Anna's not here. Haven't seen her for weeks. I miss her so much.
That's Heinrich's mother. He takes Bob to school, their son.
You the father who went far away and made the polar bear.
The teacher looks exactly like his wife, Anna. I mean, exactly.
What is this, a joke?
What are you talking about?
I'm in your way.
What?
It's the same actress, of course.
Do no things for me.
He goes to meet
So
Heinrich.
please make it possible. I'm suffering as much as you are. The fact that Anna did not inform you was harmful to everyone.
They scuffle. Heinrich's gonna win this battle.
So, you want me to believe you?
Oh, yes! A monster, a fool. I fuck around with everybody. Whenever you turn around, I fuck around with everybody! On every corner!
They fight. He hires a private investigator to follow his wife. Find out where she's staying.
Please. I would like you to follow my, wife for a few days. You want to live together
She comes back, they argue.
and have a family. Am I in your way? And Bob, too.
Now this is a freaky scene in which she takes the knife. So Mark takes a knife and he cuts himself as well. In multiple places. Private investigator finds the place.
It's in Kreuzberg, Sebastianstrasse 87, first floor. She seems to be alone. Do you want me to check this now?
He confronts her then, the investigator does.
Why?
I'm afraid you...
Oh, come on. Don't be so...
She seems a bit crazy.
Kids, I only came...
He finds a creature living in her apartment. And then Anna comes up behind him, breaks a bottle, and kills him with it. He starts a relationship with Helen now, teacher.
Yeah.
The detective's partner can't find him.
Sure, by noon I'll have to notify the police. The police will start digging into your problem. That's how it is. I could claim professional secrecy, but you have to give him the address the detective gave you.
He goes to look for his partner and finds that creature in Anna's bed. And Anna attacks him and shoots him with his own gun. Anna returns to Mark's place and is very erratic. Those are clothes she's putting in the fridge. She appears to be losing her mind now. I think she's in a subway. Turns out that she's foaming at the mouth and having a miscarriage of some sort, as she expels bodily fluids from several orifices. Back at Anna's apartment, this creature seems to be taking more of a human form. And in her fridge, she has some body parts.
Maybe she just didn't want to see you. Don't joke, I'm not joking. All right, I'm not joking. So what do you want? Don't you understand? She's killing people. I understand she's killing people, so...
Mark takes Heinrich and drowns him in the toilet. Tries to make it look like an accident. Then he goes to Anna's place, starts it on fire, blows it up. Anna comes to him later. They end up making love right there. Later on, he comes back and finds her apparently making love with that weird creature. He goes to see Heinrich's mother for some reason, and she commits suicide by taking poison. He causes a diversion here. Gets shot by the police. Struggling to hang on here, Anna comes by with her finished creature. It's a doppelganger of Mark. He's going to shoot it, but the cops come first. Our fake Mark lives, and these two get shot. They're both still clinging to life, but she's going to shoot herself. And then Mark's going to jump off the side and die. Meanwhile, Bob was with Helen, and there was a knock at the door, and Bob's like, don't answer it, don't answer it, don't answer it. And then he does this. I don't know. And who's at the door, of course? It's our fake Mark. That's how our movie ends. Alright, let's talk about Possession. This is a movie that never saw before. I remember seeing the box in some video stores. It's a pretty recognizable box. It's a woman, presumably Isabel Johnny, however you pronounce that name, with her back and like her butt crack is showing. But I never saw it until today. It's a very odd film. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Naked Lunch, although maybe some people tell me there's no resemblance whatsoever. It's just a weird movie. I don't know if you describe this as horror or what, or it's just kind of strange. Near as I can tell, plot-wise, Sam Neill and his wife, Anna and Mark, she wants to get a divorce, and he doesn't want to. They both start acting really weird, especially her. She ends up leaving and going to some other place. He hires a private detective to find her, and the private detective finds her and finds out that she has a creature living in her house. It's a very strange thing that's kind of like in the wall. It's got some tentacles and things, and then she ends up killing him. Then she does come back to the apartment with Sam Neill a few times, and they get into arguments. She cuts herself with a knife, and then he cuts himself with the same carving knife. I don't even know how to describe this film. Ultimately, what happens at the end of this movie, let's just skip to the end here, is that this creature that at one point she's making love to, and she's acting really weird and strange and erratic throughout the entire film, she has somehow created a new Mark, a new husband, a new Sam Neill. And then she shows it to him after a police shootout, and he looks just like Mark. He's identical. Of course, we also saw an identical Anna also. The school teacher, Helen, looks exactly like Anna. There's a police shootout, and both Anna and Mark are shot, but the fake Mark lives on, and he escapes. The last scene in the movie is their young son, Bob, who's staying with Helen now, and then the fake Mark comes to the door, and that's kind of how the movie ends. Again, I don't know what to make of this movie. It's become a cult film over the years. People seem to really like it. This Blu-ray is really sought after as well. It's a really nice Blu-ray, actually. Comes with a booklet and everything, but yeah, it's a strange movie, and I don't know quite what to make of it. I'm sure there are people who just adore this film to death. This is a movie that I think you got to be in the right frame of mind to watch, and I think I need to see it multiple times to fully appreciate and to fully understand it as well. I really enjoyed like the first 90 minutes of it or so, and then like the last 30 minutes kind of petered out a little bit, where it got even weirder, but I was kind of following along up until then. But anyway, it is a decent film, and I think it's something that I should appreciate more, like I said, but maybe I will if I watch it multiple times, like I said a couple minutes ago, so a few seconds ago, actually. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think of Possession. Is it horror? Is it, I don't know how you describe it. Is it fantasy? There's a few nude scenes in this movie from both of our lead characters there. And yeah, I think this is available on a couple forms, a couple DVDs, maybe even a couple Blu-rays. This is the one though that people are really seeking. There's some extras on here as well. It's actually, like I said, a really nice Blu-ray. So anyway, check this movie out. If you want to track down this Blu-ray, it's going to cost a little bit, like maybe about $60 or so if you're lucky. But it's decent. So check it out. Leave some comments down below. It's called Possession, 1981. Watch it. Bye.